Hey everybody, today we're talking about Rick Grimes 2000. Hey everybody, and welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent and today we're here with another library book I got, Rick Grimes 2000. Now, this is an oversized hardcover, so if you are looking at it compared to a regular trade paperback, it is bigger. It is short though. This was $20, so I'm glad I got it from the library. Rick Grimes 2000, what is it? It is a collection of short stories from Skybound X 1 through 5. So, and it's basically Robert Kirkman teaming up with Ryan Ottley, who did all the Invincible stuff, to tell a weird sci-fi story of the Walking Dead universe where Rick Grimes wakes up in color in the zombie universe and, after being out for some time and has a laser sword and a superhero suit and has to fight some aliens and zombies at the same time. Meanwhile, he's revisited by a bunch of people who he thought was dead. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's hard to show you a lot of pages in this book because, like Invincible, they're very, very violent. That's Ryan Ottley's style. Here's the aliens they're battling here. The governor makes an appearance. Negan makes an appearance. You got Laurie making an appearance. Michonne, his dead ex-wife. Here's Negan in here. Even the Alphas make an appearance. Alpha and Beta, the Whisperers, right? From the Whisperer War. And then it kind of ends. So I think what this was like, hey, let's celebrate Skybound, if I remember correctly. And what I think this actually is, it doesn't say it in the book, but I do remember reading interviews or hearing interviews with Robert Kirkman, who said at one point in time to sell Image on the book, he had to tell them that there was an ending. And, they were like, where's the virus come from? And he's like, well, aliens. Even though that never actually happened in The Walking Dead. So I feel like this is kind of that idea spun through time and saying like, hey, let's throw a Walking Dead aliens story in here and just make it balls to the wall and crazy. And that's ultimately what it is. I think if you've read all of The Walking Dead, you'll get a lot more out of this than if you haven't read any of The Walking Dead, because there's a lot of references. You're not going to recognize any of the characters that do show up that were dead, because he's always like, who? Rick is very surprised to meet them. Also, I never pictured Rick as a blonde, honestly, in all my years of reading The Walking Dead. I never pictured him as a blonde, so that's fun to see. But yeah, ultimately, this reads more like an Invincible comic book because it has that tempo that Robert Kirkman had during that book, and it has all the Ryan Ottley art and gore, even though he is drawing Walking Dead characters. So it's a little intriguing. I think it's just a fun aside, honestly. I think it's fun that they collected it in oversized format with a hardback. So if you're interested in it, you can go find it, for $20 or something. I don't think it's that bad. If you're a huge Walking Dead fan, you've read the whole series, I think it's fun to track down if you've not tracked it down. It's a fun little side, and I think that you won't be disappointed. So ultimately, this is a short and sweet review of this short and sweet book. I enjoyed reading it. I'm glad I found it at the library. I don't think I'm going to seek it out for my shelf, but I know that it's out there, and you know what? It's not so bad. So those are my quick thoughts on Rick Grimes 2000. Let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed this book, and we'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.